ripoff. Oh my god. Hey, what's up, you guys? ShartimusPrime here. Doing another reveal video on some new Marvel Legends that were just announced late last night on the Marvel Legends Amazon exclusive Silk and Doc Ock 2-pack. If you're trying to get your other Marvel Legends, you can do so at
Big. Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
And if it sounds a little bit echoey, it's because I'm sitting on the toilet right now as I film this video. Yeah, because I think this 2-pack is caca. Not really full-on caca, though, to be honest with you. There are some cool things going on here to be discussed. However, let me just make it very clear. I am disappointed in the release of this 2-pack. This is another 2-pack set that is not for me. This is not the version of Silk I was hoping to see. This is not the version of Doc Ock I was hoping to see. This is a 2-pack set for those that missed out. We got to make a name for this, right? Like a missed out release, something like that. Because I have seen people say, like, hey man, I just started collecting a year ago. I missed out on both of these figures, you know? And I did miss out on the Pulse exclusive Silk figure. Luckily, Mr. Grudge hooked me up with that copy, so I think I already have the best version. But just to go over Silk over here, I mean, it's on the Shriek body mold, and that makes me happy to see. Like, that is a huge bonus. I really like that body mold a lot. Now, pre-orders are supposed to go up in about an hour from now. I believe around 11 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I think it's 1 p.m. Eastern Time is when the pre-order goes live on Amazon. But I could be wrong about that. Double check yourself, or I'll leave an annotation or something. But anyway, the Silk figure has a new head sculpt, which I actually like. Well, kind of. I have to get a closer look at those eyes, because I don't know how I feel about those eyes. It doesn't really look like a Korean person's eyes to me, and I know that never sounds good coming out of my mouth, especially me not being Korean. But Korean people, tell me, what do you think of the eyes? Do you think that's a Korean person underneath that mask? I would like you to tell me what you think. But from what I know of, because I do know Korean people, it doesn't look like the Korean people I know underneath there. But we'll see. I just don't feel like Hasbro's ever really, aside from like the Shang-Chi figures and the ones that are based off of real people, like when it comes to just straight up comic figures, I feel like they never really nail the Asian ethnicities. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's a little frustrating right there. But aside from that, I'm happy to see the new body mold being used. However, again, if she had the web suit, her original first appearance suit, that's the version that I have been wanting this whole time. I've mentioned it several times, and bummed out that the third version of this character coming out still doesn't have that original suit. And I don't think they ever will, because it's just too damn sexy. I think that's what it is. Like the world will cancel Hasbro if they make it or something. I don't know. I think that's what they're afraid of. But moving on to the Doc Ock figure, we get a new head sculpt right there. Looks pretty good. Can't complain about the head sculpt. I mean, like, if the original figure had come out and it had that head sculpt as an option, that would have been pretty rad. I would have, oh, okay, cool, we get an interchangeable head, you know, his screaming face, and then now he's not screaming, so that's neat. But there's no bendy wire tentacles. It doesn't look like we have the bendy wire tentacles. It looks like the same tentacles that we'd seen before. The only tiny glimmer of hope that I have here is if you zoom in real tight on his lower left tentacle, it looks like there might be air vents in there for a bendy wire thing, but it doesn't really seem like that's enough to make me feel like they're going bendy wire over here. It really does look like the same molded tentacles and everything, so that bums me out. One other new thing I forgot to mention was the webbing coming from out of Silk. I think that's cool. We got new webbing, and I like how it's coming out of her fingertips, so that's pretty neat to see. I do like that part. But this is just another one of those purchases that are not for me. I'm still gonna pick it up and review it, especially for the Silk figure. I like that body mold, so I'll probably take another head sculpt that I already have and slap it on that body and be happy with it. But I'm just not thrilled about this at all. I don't see it as a ripoff, because I think both of those figures have gone up really high in the aftermarket, and there's a lot of people out there that want to buy it. You know what I mean? I can't hate on somebody else wanting Marvel Legends I already have. That's weird, right? Like, why would I get all mad at that? I feel like we're getting a new left hand on Doc Ock too, right? So he's probably going to come with open hands. I'm noticing little details here. I felt like there was something done differently to the gloves, but I think I'm mistaken. Everything else looks the same except for the head. But yeah, I mean, I think this is going to be, like, if you missed out on Silk, you missed out on Doc Ock, I think you're going to be stoked to pick this up for a reasonable retail price. I think it's around $60, which is not cheap, but it's nowhere near the aftermarket price for both of these figures. I think if you're trying to pick up both of these figures in the aftermarket, you're looking closer to like the $150 to $200 range, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's where that's at. So it's like there's two ways of looking at it, right? If you're the guy who doesn't have any of these, well, you're going to be stoked. Or a guy or a girl that doesn't have either of these, you're going to be happy. If you already have these two, it's not for you. This is not your purchase. It's just one to sit out, and hey, you put that money aside and put it towards other figures for the future. You know what I mean? So it's not really that big of a deal. I'm just personally disappointed that I'm not seeing the white suit Doc Ock that I've been asking for a long, long time. I really want that Sinister Six or Return of the Sinister Six Doc Ock. That would have been great. And if they do release him, give him gun holding hands. Please give him gun holding hands. That would be sick. So yeah, we'll see. And we'll probably get another version of Doc Ock. This is the very first 60-year anniversary Amazing Spider-Man release. I think there's going to be more than one Doc Ock being released in this line. Hopefully, we'll see. But otherwise, if I didn't have a YouTube channel, this would be just a full-on pass. Because I have a YouTube channel and I like talking about the products and stuff, I'm going to review it. So I will pick it up for that, but just being honest with you, just the collector in me is just seeing this as a hard pass. I'd like to know what you guys think, so let me know. Regardless, it's definitely not trash, and it's definitely not a ripoff. You know what I mean? This is something that's going to be cheaper for people to pick up rather than more expensive for them to pick up. You know what I mean? So unless the price is higher than I'm thinking it is, then that's another discussion. All right. Regardless, I'd like to know what you guys think. Hope you appreciate the ambiance and the sound here in the Shart Room, and I will catch you guys later. Hopefully I have another video up later today. If I don't hate me for it. I'm doing my best, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace. Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't.